Let's go. Everything pretty much ready, I think. Yes, yes. Moving on after we just arrived in Thavnair. Alright, I know, they pronounced it in a weird way. Can't really get it right. His stomach behaving once more. Tancred is ready to get to work. Let's go, let's go. Alright, let us play on making inquiries in town, Asa. The pier is yours. Once we've learned what we can, we regroup by the Aetheryte. Off-putting though the mere sight of it may be. Come on, Tancred, man up. So I guess he said the pier, so I should go on the pier. Also, why isn't it tracked? There we go. Fruity fruits, the fruits that helped us. Hey, please landing on the fruits, but they're on the verge of spoiling, yes you do. Why are they asking so higher prices if they're just having fruit on the pier spoil? Getting out from the pier, you spy boats moored off nearby isles, with the silhouettes of larger seafaring vessels further away. So they're hanging about, but they're not actually coming into dock. Compared to other parts you have visited in the past, there appears to be very little activity. What is going on here? Oh, do you know something? Hello. Oh, she's an aura. I like her white fins. Pretty cool. What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit. I don't know why I bother. Hardly sell anything these days. I mean, with the prices you're putting up, of course. Oh, Jesus. Tried to get Estinian to pay 10 times the price. Business has never been this terrible, but I suppose things could be even worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat. Like Kalazl. I don't envy his position. Better to be alone with my little operation, I've come to realize. You as a traveler, you are a traveler by the looks of it. You have a moment perhaps? You could pay Kalazl a visit. He'd be glad of tidings from abroad. Unlike as not, you'll find him at Saltwind Sails, a harbor guild building across the water from here. So over yonder. Does look like they have plenty of stuff there. But first, one more clue. No, it's not this guy. No, it's not this pier. What am I missing then? In this big circle. Oh, there it is. Is this a gondolier or whatever they're called here? Oops. Hello. Well now, if it isn't a traveler, you're a rare sight in these unsettled times. People have been giving us a wide berth since the accursed tower suddenly appeared. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion, but no, it had to spawn fell fiends as well. We still have our lives, thanks to the Radiant host, but business is as good as dead. What will become of us? Only the gods know. So Radiant host, is that like their grand company-ish? Like their crystal braves or whatever their assigned forces? Oh right, I can mount here. I'd like to thank that guy for reminding me. This item has been moved to your collection, so we no longer use the ether compass. Right. Hello, hello, hello. What is going on? The Damascans aren't coming, but you already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is that their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then, there's the tower sitting on our doorstep, spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we've been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. Yeah, but this will be an enormous loss. Alright, forget about the Damascus. Surely some ships are still coming. You have fresh produce, handcrafts. Oh, that's why they're... Ah. Okay. So they weren't rotting because they bought too much and they can't sell it because they're selling it at ridiculous prices. It's more like because of the tower nobody's coming, so they can't export anymore. So all their field work, their farming and stuff is going to waste because they can't export it. Interesting. Our consortium works closely with merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things, Kazel. I do. Which is why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. And you are? Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. I see. That's a shame. But maybe I can still help you. Even if I'm not a merchant. I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. But maybe I can still help you. Even if I'm... excuse me. Oh, a third party? Matsya. My name is Matsya and I'm here to seek... Kazel. Right, there's the elephant people on the island. Why aren't they trading with them? Or is it like a civil war slash racism thingy and they don't wanna deal with the elephant people for some reason, even if that means not getting any trade at all? I'll come back later then. the hell is going on? Just talk to the dude. He seems willing to buy. Guessing I'll go and talk to the elephant. Tell me, my dude, why do they not want to trade with you? What is going on this island? Yes, can I help you? Ah, I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Castle too, didn't you? I'm Matsia, a fisherman of Akiali, a nearby village. Sell my catch to Castle, who offers it to foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while now. I heard that Consortium had been struggling and I became worried and decided to come and see him. Soon as he's free anyway. He's a hard-working man and I dare not disturb him. That's cute of you. Matsuya regards you nervously. If I may ask, what is it that you do? Oh, I don't know, I've killed a few primals, a few gods, I'm also an adventurer. And I like to dress up and go to the Golden Saucer. An adventurer, you say? And you travel the world, helping people? Then that must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please, won't you teach me to be like you? Oh, shooby-woo. He wants to be like me. You see, I bought some fresh fish with me. The portion I couldn't preserve, and I want to sell them. The problem is I'm terrible with people. I've ever only dealt with Castle. I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. So please, as silly as it may sound, would you not sell the fish in my stead and show me how it's done? If you're willing, please let me know and we can begin at once. Sure. Let me show you how you swindle. Sell fish. The events to follow cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty. Aight. I wasn't in a duty finder, so. You'll do it then? Show me how to deal with customers? I mean, you're dead. Right. Please try planning my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here in Hiedli Mud. I'll observe you and learn. He's now accompanying you. Keep him at your side to proceed with the objectives. You can leave, yeah, that's what they told me in, I was gonna say Crystarium. Charlian too. And then I can find him here again here. So it's the same, they're just reinforcing the, oh, he's following you mechanics. Oh, do I need to sell them on the pier? Not in the market? His arms are so big and he's so short. Pretty funny. He chonked though. Ripped. Hello, my good man. You look like you're watching over the sea. Could I interest you in some fish? Oh, I like his hair, dude. Yes. Fish, fish! I got fish here, fresh fish, straight from the sea's bosom to your mouth. Greetings, friend. How fare you? Should I go the long con? Or should I just straight up try to sell him on the fish? This sounds pretty good though. I'm sure your bosom fish are very fresh, but this is rather sudden. I don't need any fish right now, so thanks. Okay, I should have went the long con. You failed to make a sale. Never mind. It never goes well the first time. Am I gonna do worse than him? Right, let's try and find another sucker. I mean, client. Watch me try to go the long con now and get somebody who's rather busy and doesn't want to talk that much to a stranger. Ay, Nashrin. She's cute. A hawker, are you? Do you sell fruit by chance? If so, I want to buy some amra. Let's say a dozen. They don't need to be export quality. Amra shamra, my fresh fish is the only thing you need. Okay, let's go the long con this time. Why for reading, of course. It may seem like a lot, but of late I go through that much in no time at all. I'm a stock taker by trade, but with no vessels coming these days, the wares are beginning to pile up. By the same token, nothing is coming in from overseas. Not a day goes by that someone doesn't come asking when the next shipment is arriving for this and that and this and that. All of it wears me down and I find myself feeling constantly hungry. Yeah, I know how you feel. Thank you, a pity you don't sell food, right? Too long of a con. Ah, no. I need to make at least one. This needs to work. I need to make at least one sale out of 3. Come on. Make at least one work, please. Oh, she's lovely. Nice. I hated that only Bond girls get the freckles. I haven't seen it on any other race. You are going to buy fish. What is it? If you don't mind, I'm rather busy. Oh god, it's my stomach. Oh, he's hungry. He is hungry. Either sickness. No, nothing so unusual. In my hurry to get back to work, I just ate a little too quickly. Some fresh fish would settle your stomach, and mine are the freshest of all. Food is the last thing I need right now. Go and sell your fish. Come on, dude. Let me make at least one sale. Never mind. We just approach him at a bad time. And timing is everything, yes? Thank you so much for your demonstration. Oh god. It was truly eye-opening experience. Come, let us return to the pier. God damn it. I'm doing worse than him. I think he would have at least managed to sell one person fish. Cool weapon. No, come back. Sorry dude, I couldn't sell any fish. So you shouldn't be learning from me. Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to... I mean, sure, at least you got the... Oh, you can approach somebody and talk to them. Doesn't mean you're actually going to sell something. Though you didn't manage to sell any fish in the end. But the way you fearlessly approached... Yeah. Gave me so much courage. When I peddle my wares, I'll remember your example and endeavor to be fearless too. Still, there's only so much I can do alone. But the things will return to normal for Castle soon. I thought I heard a familiar voice, and who should it be but Matsya? Oh, he's here. He's done with his warehouse thingy. Castle, have you finished your business at the guild? So you were there too. Forgive me. Try as I might, I can't find any buyers. With no ships coming in and hardly any going out, there simply aren't any options. At this rate, I'll go bankrupt. I mean, what's going on on the island though? Why is I get it, there's a tower, but there's towers everywhere across the Orzia, so you can't buy my fish anymore? Now there's... Sorry, Matsya. I truly am. But for now, you must peddle your own goods. But by myself, I can't. I want to help you, I do, but as it stands, I can barely help myself. I've poured my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I have friends and families depending on me, and I won't fail them. The sisters as my witness. I'm guessing that's their deity, like Halone and all the other states have. Castle. No, not to worry. Using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage. Somehow. Well, I had best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care of the on the road. I mean, sure, I can listen to their problems, but I'm not getting to the source, the root of the... Why isn't anybody coming here anymore? Can't be just the tower, there has to be something else. I see you've been busy. Managed to learn a tidbit or two, I trust? I see. We also heard that the tower is affecting many local livelihoods. But to think that it would be to such an extent. For another notable, if not wholly unexpected discovery, experiences and kidnappings are disturbingly commonplace. Kidnappings. I guess with the tower, because that's what was going on in Eorzea too. People were being kidnapped to fuel the summonings. As before, the culprits are almost certainly tempered Imperial soldiers. And as before, they mean to use the fate of their helpless thralls to call forth a lunar primal. Business as usual for the Taloforoi. Yep. They're just yanking people to fuel summonings. Judging by his furrowed brow, something important. Oh, what did you find out? That Matsya fellow you're helping, he is... Arkasodara. Okay, so that's how the elephant people are called. Apparently it is almost exclusively his people that are being kidnapped. Should he be traveling alone? Only his, or almost only his people? Then did the other... Because when I arrived here, they did say there were two nations, two separate people, and then they merged to form commerce and stuff instead of fighting. So then did the fish people / Aura come to an agreement that, oh, you're only going to kidnap elephants and then we're gonna be safe? Because it seems weird that almost only his people are being kidnapped. If summoning is this perpetrator you're saying, it does stand the reason that Arkansas will be. But it's the fate of their ancestors which prevailed in this land, and many are devout adherents still. Ah! So they had a base religion, they already were worshipping someone, even if not for summoning. You'd better go after him. Akali lies to the west, as I recall. The same direction as Krill's acquaintance, incidentally. It's settled then. Keep your eyes peeled while we make for the village. Let's dig deeper. Why are they kidnapping elephant people? Which I'm never going to remember the name of, because it's way too complicated. Mikote and Aura are kinda easy to remember, but... You did not see much nearby, but the elevated ground up ahead may provide a better vantage point. Also, this tower seems really close compared to the other ones that we saw in the distance in Eorzea. How do I get up there? Here? Ooh. Mammoths. I mean, why are their eyes red? What can you see? You do not see much from here either. No, leave me alone. Help! Somebody help! What's his voice? And he came from the north. Let's go. I think I can see other people there. What's going on? Oh, fine. Be like that. Oh, wait. Might as well try and level him too. From the north till further up. Here? Here. God, is the last patch's gear so good? I feel like I'm doing a lot of AoE. Oh, never mind. This Dark Knight was also helping. Huh? Where did they go? Why are you here? I see you found him in time. Oh, we came to help him. We heard you're being kidnapped. You and your friends came to look for me? I don't know how to thank you. On my way home, I took a moment to stop and rest, think about what to do about, well, everything. And then those men came. Kidnappers. We'd heard that the Alcazadara were being targeted. Surely you have as well. Perhaps it's best you took refuge in the city. We've considered it, me and the others, but fishing is all we know. The ocean, all we have. I see. That's your decision to make, but you should take care not to travel alone. A question, if I may. Tis our understanding that strange fiends have emerged from the tower. What canst thou tell us of these beings? Not much, I'm afraid. I have no idea what they are. But I've heard that some bear an unsettling resemblance to our divinities. Yeah, thought so. Primals. Primals! And yeah, it's damn freaking close to the city. For that reason, some have taken to calling the tower Zot. The House of Divinities in the Old Tongue, it means. But they're not true divinities, they're monstrous imitations that bring only death. To have one fate so twisted is a grievous indignity, and full justified art thou in thine outrage. Know that 'tis for no other purpose but to neutralize the tower that we have journeyed to this land. In time we may be forced to contend with these false gods, and thus we would learn all we may about them. Wilt thou not tell us of thy divinities and their true nature? You've come all this way to save the world, not you in particular, but sure. Really? To think I had you peddling fish? But to answer your question, yes, of course, we would gladly tell you about our gods. We, I say, because I'm a terrible storyteller, and I'd ask my fellow villagers to do it. So please, come to our village. We're gods-fearing folk, all of us. What sayest thou? Shall we pay a visit to Akyali? Nodders. Weren't we going to do that anyway? Wonderful. Just follow the road west and down the hill. You can't miss it. Why aren't we going with him? Just freaking... So it is the simulacra of Thavnairian gods that are being summoned. If any doubt existed before, there can be none now. The kidnapped Hanish are imprisoned in the tower. I pray that we'd be able to save them. Tough indeed. Saving them will mean confronting their false gods. Like it's not. Right, as you said, we do well to study their religious traditions. To Akyali! Let's go! I feel like I'm the only one with the echo here, so what are they going to even do to help with the freaking primals? I admit, like, between Thancred and Estinian they're strong, but if they get tempered, what's the point? Dun, 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 dun. No. No, go away. Go back. Dun, 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 So why is the... You know, my freaking resolution isn't the best because of this monitor I have, but... Holy frick. I remember it looking better in Shadowbringer. Don't see any difference. And also because of my resolution, like 4K. Oh, requires reboot. Why not try that too? Shadow resolution. Texture filtering. Radial blur. Yeah, I don't get it. I'll restart, but... Nah, freak. If I restart, I'm gonna have to wait in queue. Yeah, I think I remember it looking better in Shadowbringers. The ground seems really pixelated for some reason. Bum bum. Welcome to Al-Khali, my friend. The name means the White Beach. There isn't much here save that, but please make yourself at home. Your companions have already begun talking to everybody. Feel free to show yourself around and do the same. Any one of us can tell you about our gods, but you could do worse than to start with Kanga, an old Hasveda. I'm guessing it's like a shaman or healer or something, maybe. You're free at the moment as it happens. So many new weird terms. No, the FC buffs. You wish to know about our gods? What a curious visitor you are. Most want fish. In any case, I'm happy to oblige. Now, I don't know how it is whence you hail, but our isle is home to many gods. They can be divided into two groups. The Manusya, beings of wisdom who assume the form of men, and the Mrga... God, the names. Beings of might who assume the form of beasts. So, humanoid wisdom gods, and then beast might gods or power gods. Together they are divinities. It sounds like some Indian stuff, right? I'm not that well versed, but kinda sounds like an Indian form of religion. And I mean from India, not the American Indians. Together they are divinities, their forms, personalities, many and varied. Some are kind and gentle, others stern and temperamental. It's like we mortals can be. All are possessed of great insight and experience, and by heeding their teachings we strive to better people's lives and live better lives. Oh, this isn't one of their... Hasveda. Oh, it wasn't a position, it was his actual name, okay. Interested in learning about our gods, you say? Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Prick up your ears and listen. In ancient times, the Manusya and Ra deities, who looked like men and beasts, respectively, were locked into conflict. Eventually, seeking the wisdom of the Manusya, Narga cast aside their own heads and took up those of their foes. Likewise, the Manusya the might of the Master did too. Huh? So you have human bodies with beast heads, and then beast bodies with human heads? Thus were born new gods, possessed of both might and wisdom. and they ushered in an age of harmony between the two factions. From then on, as a sign of their esteem for one another, the Manusia have worn animal faces, and they regard the limbs of men. That sounds weird, but I mean it makes sense from what he explained, trading wisdom and power between them. And also it explains why they have like the kind of like humanoid arms and legs, but then a beast body. There you are. Learn a thing or two about our gods, I trust. You can let your friends know. I'll go and fetch it from my home at once. Oh, yeah. Well, I learned about their gods, their training limbs and heads, and apologies for the wait. I wish to show you this hanging scroll, which depicts three of our most revered deities. By all means, we should like to see it. A small ninja one. They are Manusia, you heard about them already, yes? Three sisters. Sandwan is the eldest. Sinduruva, a goddess of wisdom. For this, alchemists hold her in the highest. So she's the goddess of wisdom, with the reaper and the scythe thingy. To her right is the middle sister, Sanduruva. As a goddess of wealth, she counts many traders among her followers. And on the left is Minduruva, the youngest sibling. She presides over the craft and so is beloved by weavers. So wisdom, wealth and craft. Although each is worshipped for different reasons, the sisters are usually portrayed together in these works, which people keep in their home for good fortune. In like fashion to the Manisa, the deities of Eorzea preside over a myriad of aspects of life. And what of the Murga, if I may ask? Hold power over nature in ages past, revered as guardian deities in times of conflict. If you have occasion to visit our temples and ruins, you'll find their images there. Among them is a god who possesses a Gaja head, and venerated as progenitor of the Akasadara. Then there are dragons. They occupy a special place in our history. Dragons? Interesting. It's said that an ancestor of the satrap, that's the ruler of Ratsatan, forged a covenant with a dragon divinity in ancient times. The divinity has since acted as the guardian deity of the satrap. Legend holds that if ever the satrap is in need, the dragon ally will fly to his aid. His dragon ally will fly to his aid. Dragon ally. He claimed to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing could be further from the truth. The passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. I'm confident that the information given us will serve us. Yes, the dragon part is interesting. It's very kind of you to say. Thank you. I'll pray for your success. Right, I believe it's time we sought out Creel's acquaintance. An alchemist by the name of Nidana. According to Creel's notes, we're to find her at a place called the Great Work, further north along the coast. Bam bam bam. So the dragons promised to help them in their time of need. And also, if I recall, like I didn't do a full recap before Endwalker, but sorry, it's still early. I think the dragons said, or Midgar somewhere, or someone said that they actually came from another star here. They weren't originally from the source or from this star, which is even more interesting. There's a shine in his eye that wasn't there before. Did you say you're going to see Nidana? Oh, how I envy you. She's brilliant and beautiful, kind and understanding. Did I say she's beautiful? Okay, he's smitten. I could stare at her dainty ears and adorable trunk all day. And those eyes. When you meet her, take care you don't drown in them. Boo 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 boo. Someone's in love. Stepchild. No, I'll deal with the blue quest later. I'm guessing we'll eventually be able to fly around here, but they might have implemented a new system since the ether compass is gone. Can we go through there? I don't think so. Colors are so weird, like why would rock be purple? I like the purple and the vibrant thing of the trees in the Crystarium, but this doesn't seem natural. Ooh. Cool. I don't know what this chocobo skin is, but pretty cool. Can't inspect it, can I? Examine? Oh! So it's the black mage barding for the head, for the hat. And then barding of light for the other two. They're just dozing off? What is going on here? Oh, actually voice acted.
What happened here?
They don't seem dead. They just...
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Right?
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
Yep.
Oh, we have guests.
Who might you be?
You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer
Oh,
nights have
he's
taken
cute.
their toll, as you can see. I am Vashan, servant to the
Vashan.
satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow.
Okay. Are they suffering from something regarding their ether, or
People
are they
of the
just
great
drunk?
work, I come bearing new scales.
Hmm?
Scales? We have new scales?
The heck are scales? And why is she so excited? The heck?
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
Are they also being drugged like they were in Yulmore? This is weird.
Oh, happy day. Now I can continue my experiment.
Many thanks.
The heck is going on?
Those are dragon scales.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit.
This seems sketch. How are they getting dragon scales?
Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower.
I mean, that sounds great, but how are they getting the dragon
Did I
scales?
say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people?
Or see where we came from Yorzia and Kral sent us and...
course. You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Ah, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova.
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
Tell me, how did you acquire those
Exactly.
scales?
That's what I want to know.
Curious that it concerns you so. But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
Were they truly freely given? Come on, we just met the poor kid.
Well,
Don't make him... Now I mistrust him.
Familiar with Dragon King, yes?
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Oh god.
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not?
Oh god.
I should like to draw a file open, if so.
Not creepy at all.
See here.
What the...
Come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory.
What the f...
cease your shoving.
What
So help me.
May God help him. Yeah, we're Yanji.
Oh dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement.
They're gonna draw all his
No
freaking
harm
blood
will
out.
come, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk?
He's gonna faint when he comes back.
As you may have guessed, I... the alchemist who sent the request to your Mistress Kryl. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results. Come with me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
Okay. Cause this has been just too weird. Also, why is the kid having such a strange look? I don't trust him anymore. This game has given me trust issues. Interesting placement of the stone though. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Just wanted to see the stone. Because this one's also a different model than the usual stones. Not like the Charlian one, and it's not like most of the other one. Oh, never mind, it's a classic model. Just has these extra, like, thingies on the side. Oh, and it looks a bit chipped in the middle. I'm guessing those are the parts that are standing out. Do do do. Them gangster balafels. Ew. Alchemical devices for distilling. What else do we have? It's for churning the weeds or the things, I think. Materials for alchemy. A lot of notes. Scale. Oh, they have a microscope. Right. Allow me to thank you for answering our call. Many towers have appeared around the world, and we are grateful that you would assist us with ours. So if I understand correctly, you seek to make talismans that can unify etheric emissions? Indeed we do. As you know, the tower emits vast concentrations of ether. One cannot go anywhere near it without being tempered. Indeed, indeed. As such, we can only study the tower from afar and are powerless to deal with it in any consequential way. In order to strike back, the satrap bade us alchemists create enchanted talismans that will allow our soldiers to venture into the tower, even should they lack innate protection. Yeah, because only the echo, blessed with the echo people can go. Would such a thing be possible? Admittedly, we are still in the midst of testing, but we are quite confident. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruptions of the primals. Or of the methods tested to date, those utilizing dragon scales proved the most promising. Owing to their etheric density, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify this protective property through our alchemy. Thanks to the skills provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the talismans. Soon we'll be ready to conduct a field test. And here is where you and your blessing of light come in. What exactly is it that you need me to do? Nothing complicated, I assure you. We ask only that you serve as an escort. So in case the person that you send gets tampered and the talisman doesn't work, I can slap him out, knock him out, and bring him back. Explain in greater detail later. But you will be venturing into the tower's field of influence. And so for your own safety, I would first test how well your blessing shields you. With your permission, of course. Nodders. In that case, Uriange and I will find other ways to make ourselves useful. Seeing as you all work to the point of collapse, I suspect you could do with more hand. We'd be grateful for any assistance you can provide. I'm still sketchy about the skills though. If you're ready, then let us put your blessing to the proof. If you exit the great work and turn south, there will be a hill to the right. I'll meet you at the top after seeing to some preparations. So we're going straight to the tower to see if I can handle it. Or at least not to the tower directly, but into its area of influence. How do I get out of here? No, I think this is a dead end. But when we're here, let's explore. Some more scales, some more. It's just another alchemy workshop. Do I have to go all the way to the front and then? Eesh. I don't like it. And then up the hill, yeah. It's an overlook. Yellow. Oh. What's this big building? Hope you didn't have trouble finding this place or climbing the hill. Not all have customs. The physical strain. The drunken dip. What's that drunken depa? Is that why they were all passed out? Depa is a lantern presented to the gods as an offering, taking inspiration from the tree. A certain distance before emitting a powerful blast of ether. In view of corruption, those lacking sufficient protection will experience severe ether sick. Ah. Oh. Just gonna punch me in the stomach with ether. That's the plan. For your test, you'll be exposed 4 times. That should be enough to ascertain your blessing's protective capability. Please begin whenever you're ready. I shall be observing from a safe distance. Of course you are. While I get punched in the stomach. Commencing etheric exposure testing. Repeat. Commencing etheric exposure testing. Retreat to a safe distance if you are not the subject. Follow it and try not to fall behind. Aye. The heck? I'm following a lantern around. Oh? Reading ether. Please stand back. Alright, I moved back a bit. Ready to discharge. Discharging ether. Oh, shit. You're struck by a powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. Then why did I suffer such a freaking meltdown when we teleported here from Charlian? Subject has no irrepressible urge to empty their stomach. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. Is he gonna punch me again? Or when she said 4 times the dose, it's not 4 times at once, it's just 4 different times. Ready, ether, please stand back. Ready to discharge. Punched again. Struck by another powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. Next. Subject stomach and ball integrity holding. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. Ding, 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 ding. Do you even know where you're going, Lantern? Please stand back. Ready to discharge. Yet another powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. The blessing of light appears to keep you safe from harm. Subject fortitude rated. Impressive. No irregularities confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. Embrace for final discharge. Doink, 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 doink. I'll take all your punches. Ready for discharge. Struck by a strong blast of ether yet, but survived completely unscathed. Etheric exposure testing concluded. Please collect and deliver me to the supervising alchemist. Shutting down. Alright, let's take you home. Congratulations on retaining your composure and your humors. Freaking having a lantern make fun of me. Ah, you've returned. And not on your knees. A promising sign, but come. Let me take the deep off your hands. Oh no, I love being punched in the stomach here. We should do this again sometime. Thank you, I should replenish its either for when we test the talisman. So no dizziness, nausea or anything of the sort? You're feeling perfectly fine? Aye. Strength of your blessing is beyond doubt. There is no risk that the Tor will corrupt your ether. With this we can request your aid for the task ahead. Good. Nidana regards you with those eyes you could drown in. Oh god. You're a capable warrior too, are you not? Would you be amenable to assisting me with another errand? Sure, I'll be your errand, Carol. You see, our talismans require the use of a special ink. We have exhausted our stores. Spirit weed. You can make ink from spirit weed? I mean, it's a fantasy game. Why am I trying to rationalize it? Herb grows not far from here, and I would like to go and harvest some. With the recent spate of kidnappings, however... Oh my god, why is my throat so dry? With the recent spate of kidnappings, however, we are Casadara travel alone at our own peril. Will you not come with me as my escort? I'd compensate you for your troubles, of course. Anything for money. I'm in your debt. Without further ado, let us head to Kajaya's footsteps. He's situated on the road which runs east of the Great Work. East. Here, yeah. Aight. Let us go. Somewhere around there, behind the pillar. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum-bum. Gorilla! Oh, it's her again. I was looking at her outfit earlier. May simply be imagined as though we're being followed. Look out! Yes, yes. Now what? Gods! But that gave me a fright. To think that the moment I venture outside the safety of the work. Thank the sisters I asked you to come with me. You're alright, I hope? Actually, I mean, 3 thugs. You know who I am. I'm the warrior of light. Good, good. Let's continue on then. It isn't far now. Just through these pillars and up the rise. Up the rise. Up in here, up in here. That's some strange looking freaking piasca. Looks like a reptile, crocodile thingy. And here we are, Kajaya's footsteps. Kajaya was a great dancer, and those who follow in her, well, you know. They come to this place and train and dedicate their dance to their ancestors. A happy benefit of this is that spirit waste grows here in abundance. Set about harvesting at once if you on guard. Sure? Kidnappers are unlikely to return soon, but better safe than sorry. And by standing guard, I'm gonna stand right on top of you, because otherwise, oh. You sit by the entrance and then she disappears, she gets kidnapped or something. This looks like a freaking awesome shrine though. The peacock. Oh, and it's actual dancers. Frick, it's too dark outside. I see. That's cool. Huh. That's a mikote. I think. Maybe. That looks like a normal human. And this one looks like a male, also a male human. What's in the box? What's in the box? Bum 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 bum.
Yes, that would be Radzat Khan. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began. The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing.
Oh, so the satrap is like their sultan or sultana. What can you tell me of the satrap?
Well, he is the most important person in Radzat Khan. Long ago, this island was home to 2 tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the warlike Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether. Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjord from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves. It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today. And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people. But when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Radzad to thrive all these years.
So it's like a
It was the
democratic
satrap
republic, I
himself who
guess?
entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
Ba ba ba. Here comes the villain.
I come all this
Oh, of
way
course
to
it's Van
admire
Daniel.
my splendid towers. And what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets. I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something. Owen?
Oh, we?
Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Piss off, Van Daniel.
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans. And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal? Complications be damned, for we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
Yes. Your cockiness will get the best of you. Obnoxious as he is, he's a pretty well made out villain. Have enough spirit to eat to last us a good while. Thank you for keeping watch. Let us head back to the Great Work, shall we? To the Great Work! The fast way. My thanks again for your assistance. Your help, we're that little bit closer to completing our talisman. This isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my gratitude. 1,000 gil, really? Fine, whatever, I'll take the experience. Little does Nidana know that she's about to send you on another errand. I mean... Excuse me, I shall return to my work on the palace. Excellent. What do you want, shorty? A message for you, Mistress Nidana. Deem the store of Giant Skull. All but spent. What? But when I last looked, there was still plenty. Expect it was before Yansha told everyone about their tempering cure, and Estinian shared his knowledge of dragons. Your beasts have since been inspired to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. See, well, if it leads to any possibilities, then far be it for me to complain, but we need to replenish our stores. Should be happy to tend to this if you like. It's appreciate the offer, my dear, but I can't in good conscience send you out there alone. Oh. Fine, I'll go with the midget. Kids are enough on me. Giant skull is a type of ore found on the island. Owing to its hardness and ethereal conductivity, it has applications in many disciplines, alchemy not the least of all. The quarry, its giant skull crown, season 4, so you should, sure. Leave it up to me. Thank you. Upon arriving at the grounds, please seek out a man named Zainua. We'll furnish you with your... At the very least, permit me to accompany you. It so happens that I have an errand of my own. May we borrow a pair of... What the hell is a hamster? Mistress Nidana. By all means, do try to be patient with them. Those that survived are still in training. I'll bring the hamster to the entrance. Meet me there when you're ready. Are you finally flying? Poggers? Do we take flight? New mount? New mount? Question mark? Alchemist or dancer? What's with the blue quests? I wanna do them later, but since I'm here, I'm just gonna look into it. Oh, so it is with the ether current. Oh, did they disable it for the first few weeks of the expansion so people can actually explore and not just YOLO, use the compass and go to them? You have to actually find them. That seems pretty interesting. Alright, so I'll do the blue quests then, I guess. So I want the ether thingies. Where's the The kind should be in Catch's footsteps. Keep an eye out for here with black hair. Should be happy to see you. One of the students of Baldassian. Oh, she's a fangirl. Okay, got it. So the new ones? No information on display. Maybe after I get the first one? Might as well go do this one. I don't want it tracked right now because it's for warrior. Oh no, this is where I did the freaking lantern. This isn't when I need to go. Somewhere there where the boy errand is too. Let's see what this is before we... Am I going to ride dodos? I'm not as short as you, shorty. The creature looks funny because they are close kin to dodos. Hounds have long been kept as livestock. And monsters from the tower. Its remnants as an outpost. No destination but a stone's throw away. Make to the outpost, we set forth into your word. Sure. Before that... Oh! Okay, it's that way anyway. Aight, let's go. Let us depart. We need only rest and relax. My bird and I will take the lead. Sure. So it's like the taxi service. God, they looks. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Freaking dodos. I love it. Chunky bonkadonk. Once we have 1 second. Conflicts end. You can see straddles a small isle. Yeah. Even up close, it doesn't look that big, but somehow it's humongous. Oh, and this is the base camp next to the tower. Okay. Dodo. And here we are. Manned by the Radiant host, this outpost is the first line of defense against the tower. It looks like 3 tents, doesn't really look like an outpost though. Oh, dragoons? Well, well, who should it be but the young Varshan? On an errand for the satrap? I am. His Excellency bade me come to collect your report. He also wished to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of the Radiant host for their unflagging dedication. Simply do our duty, but we are honored to receive His Excellency's regard. And yet, for his boundless benevolence, his treatment of one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm these past few days, this remains the front line of the battle, no place for children. Your predecessor... Sorry. God, I still haven't fully woken up, I guess. Your predecessor too often traveled alone. It's been, what, 2 years now since you took over? Wonder how the fellow is faring. Like those before him, he went on to represent the satrap in foreign lands. Wherever he may be, he may now be, I am certain he is well. As for myself, I assure you that all I do of my own volition and gladly. I pray you do not think of ill of His Excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith in the satrap is unwavering, but I still worry for you. We would be overcome with sadness, something which will befall you. For you are as a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear? I will, Nabdeen. Thank you. He's so gracious. I mean, I guess for a representative of the satrap, even if he's a kid, he's really well educated. And who might this be? Not Hanish by the look of her. Permit me to introduce Asakoko of the Orisian contingent, come to assist in the making of the talisman. From Eorzea, you say? Towers have appeared over there too, yes? Tell me, what is the situation like? May I suggest that you exchange information with soldiers? Both parties will stand alone, something of value, I believe. An excellent idea, given the unprecedented nature of the threat. Some of ours are understandably anxious. We would be glad of any tidings you can share. You two, bring Varshan the latest report and answer any questions you may have. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Right, share informations. It occurs to me that I have yet to properly introduce our company. We are the Radiant Host, a military order under a satrap's command. Our duty is to preserve peace in the land, be it patrolling the streets or dealing with heretofore unknown threats such as now. God, these freaking words. At least it's not Urianje speaking. We train hard and admit only capable warriors to our ranks. Even so, we struggle to contend with the fiends from the tower. Of course, you did their primals. We succeeded in striking them down. On the 2 occasions they came in for us, we had to pay a heavy price. What of the towers of yours, yeah? Do they likewise spawn monsters? Oh, you know, we have our own primals, yes, and then we have a few people gifted with the echo. It's much the same everywhere, with every nation struggling. We cannot expect calls for outside aid to be answered. Indeed. People need to deal with their own shit. So we need a bigger scale solution. Kuteyu. Kuteyu. You wish to know about the tower? To be honest, we know little and less about it ourselves. This Tower of Zot, as folk have taken to calling it, suddenly appeared where it did on the island of... They didn't sprung from the ground, right? They just teleported in, basically. We're safe from its influence at this distance, but go too far into the water and you'll expose yourself to its corrupting ether. You're a foreigner, aren't you? How are they dealing with the tower in your homeland? Well, we did send a couple of people in and they got their asses kicked, and you know, we had dragons to help us, and struggles are not unique then. Our hopes still lie with the talismans. We must keep the monsters contained until they're ready. Yes. For now, all we can do is just YOLO and kill primals. I've heard about you, the visitor from Eorzea. Is there anything you can tell us about the Tulaforoi? You know that they're the ones behind the tower and that they're declaring the war on the whole world. Is it the Tulaforoi though? It's like... Can you even use plural? It's freaking... Vandaniel and... Xenos. But why are they doing this? What is it that they want? This we do not understand. What? They want to die? And take everyone with them? What madness is this? I'm pretty sure that's just from Daniel, and Xenos just doesn't give a shit and just wants to fight. Fight a good fight! And not good as in a good cause, but good as in a strong opponent. Well, you can bet that we won't let those bastards have their way. We'll fight them with everything we have. Like our Eorzean and Far Eastern brothers. Finished speaking with the soldiers, have you? Hope it was as enlightening for you as it was for them. As a neutral nation and trading hub, both Arad Azhan ordinarily receives steady stream of news from abroad. Alas, this stream dried up with the trading vessels stopped coming. Amid the death of information, everyone will have been grateful for your account. I guess. Whatevs. But come, you had best see to your original errand, and mine will keep me here a while longer. However, I'm afraid I cannot guide you the rest of the way. So you... Bastard, little bastard. So you took me with you and then said, oh, good luck, just go on your way. Worry not, the path is straightforward. Oh? Guess I can just use it as a... In case you didn't have any mount, just use it as a mount. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Right. Let's go do the fangirl Aetheryte quest. The heck is this? A fate? A fate. Oh? Can join in this one? Actually. And the second one just disappeared. I thought I can at least hit the second one. Whatever. Waste my combo. What do you mean I should go back to... Oh, have I really been out that long? I should really go. Sure. I'll check the stage. The cloth wavers exquisitely in the wind. No problems here. Pillars look sturdy. Some of the paint is worn off. It could use a fresh coat. Okay. Oh wait, that's outside the area. Is it behind the stage there? Uh-huh. Ooh, this looks cool from up here. I guess it's this one. Palaka stand. There's a small hole in the floor. That can't be good. Where do you see it? There's no freaking... Whatever. She's gonna be... Oh no, it's worse than I thought. Environment, the floor is... Okay, she's not panicking. Yes, yes, indeed I am. Well, this is my travels like you see. I was studying to be a dancer under Mistress Nashmera at one time. But as an alchemist. Oh, but we should hurry back to the great work. I don't care. Cool, cool. I mean, it's menial tasks, but at the same time, it's cool that you have these easy to do but funny side quests just to get your flying. Because realistically, she has no influence or importance in the greater scheme of things, but she's a cool character that's has her own story, her own little small part. And you have something to do rather than just go click an ether current and get flying. It's pretty cool. I'm here. To the hatchery. Pick the radiant beekeeper. Mount the Hamsa, then ride it to... Are you serious? Are you freaking serious? Do I have to actually ride a dodo from the freaking hatchery to... Oh, well. And this is one of the things I don't like in questing in MMOs. When you're hard locked into something, but whatever. It's my fault that I wanted to do a side quest during the quest. I guess. What's this? Oh, kind of like stables? Ooh, hello. Does it show up now? Thavnair. Yeah. Yada. Gib dodo. I still have the map in Thavnair to explore. Though I feel like I should have found at least like one more current around here, one more around here. Keep my ass open for more currents. Ooh, built into the mountain, that actually looks cool. The quarry. How they started cutting the mountain out. No sooner do you arrive at your destination than the Hamsa dashes off. dropped me off and then yeeted itself. Rude. Could have at least taken me into camp. Aye, this is indeed the giant shell grounds. And I am Zainua. Is there something you require? Giants call for the alchemist, you say, but of course, they shall have it. I labor tirelessly to deal with the tower, and it's the least we can do. Good. No objections. That's what I want to hear. Give me a sack. Please give me a sack. Here, a sack of the purest giant's gall. We always set some aside for our alchemist friends. When you deliver it, let good folk do great work know that are grateful for their efforts. Cool. Bam 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 bam. Still not used to the sound of the quests. Oh. Well, hello there. You men are Lord and Savior. All open, sudden death. Same? What was same? Two or more, the sides are touching. Oh, okay. Bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. Oh, he flipped that one. Curious. Oh, give me the card. Come on. With this small of a prize pool, you should have an easy card, like a 1 or 2 star. Just give it to me. Come on. I'll do a couple of more and move on if I don't get it. Oh. Let's change it up a bit. Last try. He's just not giving his card up. Oh, come on. Just, you know what? Whatever. Whenever I do completionist stuff, I don't actually care about the cards. If you're gonna be like that. Bum 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 bum. Yes, I've talked to her. We dealt with the stage. Ba-dum-bum. Yes, I have the giant skull. Here you go. Such fine specimens. Everything we need to make our next prototype. One that should be capable of passing our most rigorous tests. Shoot this, please take your ease while you can. So I'm guessing we're testing it on the outskirts of the tower after that. Bum 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 bum. Chill time. I love their weird looking boats.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well. We have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed.
Yes.
I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
Maybe.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
They bled him dry.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavnair, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat. Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
He's respecting the enemy.
Poetic and ominous to a fault.
Right?
That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea.
Yeah, why doesn't he just die on his own?
And spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts?
I haven't.
There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
Interesting take.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
Yeah.
As will I. Besides, Our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
Hmm.
What is it? What did you see? Daniel, are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
I mean, he knows, but the main character doesn't know that yet.
The vessel holds! This is the one!
At long last!
We know that from the cutscene, but they don't know that.
Look!
But he did seem like he doesn't give a
Talisman's
damn,
strong enough
and
to
he's gonna
withstand
let
our
us try it.
experiments. We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession,
Looks cool.
your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Looks really cool.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
So, who's gonna test it?
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place. To accompany me to the Tower of Zot.
Oh, she's gonna test it.
Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me.
Just as I thought, or
Or
knock me
senseless.
senseless. Oh, I'm not gonna say you needn't ask, she's not annoying.
Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
She's the one that made it. She wants to test it. That's something
If
to be
others are
appreciated.
trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first.
Exactly.
And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Daniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Probably gonna unleash a primal to test us.
Shall we be on our way?
He said he's
I
not
have
gonna
one of the
destroy the
soldiers at hatchery
talisman.
prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
And if he's not going to destroy the talisman, then he's probably gonna give us the hardest test he can. With an actual primal, maybe. I think. Anyway. Off to test it. Bum, 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 bum. That also looks dope as fuck, but I don't think we can go up there on that ridge overlooking the tower. Also, I want to explore this area. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. New location discovered. Any ether currents? Oh, we can walk along the beach. It's freaking awesome. Oh, walruses. Creepy world of walruses. Leave me alone. It's a rather fine boat today, but I won't complain. All that remains is to board and be on our way. Other alchemists can fulfill my role again. For all our sakes, do not hesitate to do what must be done, whatever that may be. Well, the longer I draw this out, the more nervous I become. Let's be off. We just met you. I hope I don't have to put you out of your misery.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence. Any moment now. It's working!
Seems to be working for
And
now.
you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could.
Sure, others. Seems too easy to just walk up there. No opposition. Vandanian surely has a plan.
So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance.
Seems too good to be true.
A few more steps.
And I'm awfully far away.
Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be. Now we can focus on production.
Oh, and your door is open. It's gonna get gripped inside.
Survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets.
Yep. There it is. Oh, is this what they spoiled in the beta? In the what's it called? The streamer display? The closed beta? Is this the new Dongon? Oh god. So even if she's not tempered, they're just gonna stick her in?
Let me go!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about.
Oh, here's the little shit.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
Well, rest in pepperonis. We just met her and she's gone. Wonder if you can actually save her.
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid. The similarities are striking. My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased. My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting.
You little shit. Also, yeah, what patrons of old? He just threw it away. You little shit, stop!
Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Van Daniel, the sundered Ascian. I inherited the position and the soul of the Van Daniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking.
Okay.
Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Van Daniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am.
Okay.
How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded.
Maybe we understand why you're so fucked up then.
Authority, you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
Hmm? Hmm?
At your service.
Oh.
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met, day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace.
Wasn't that the founder of the Allegan?
Fulfilled and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments? That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help
From the Etherical Research Facility.
guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. For they were ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor. And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory
was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Armon. No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war, and so I have come to claim you. For while your methods
And offered
leave
him
something
immortality.
to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Van Daniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
Every time they try to answer some questions, it just brings up more questions.
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
Okay, where'd he go? He left us with more freaking questions.
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell. As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals. If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again! Not in what it needs mine aspires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see.
So we have to assault the spire now and somehow get them out? Maybe? What is this? Where's Mistress Nidana? Well, you know, she got added as part of the structure. He's a wall decor now. Please return to the great work. She was a cool and honorable character, but to be honest, we didn't spend enough time with her to get attached, so... I'm like, sure, I'd rescue her, but... Can't actually be sad if she's gone, because we didn't have time to freaking build up a report. Something goes... It's gone awry, hasn't it? What happened? Well, this and that, and now we have to rush the storm, the spire. So it was Vandaniel after all. Damn that bastard. Sure you wanted to do more, but you were right to return here first. We must tread warily lest we endanger Nidana and the other captives. If you are the one to explain. Oh, Nidana. Can you answer me this? She's still alive, yes? Then we must make wording scales, as many as we can. The prototype works perfectly. This Nidada proved at peril to herself. So let us make more. Aye, as alchemists, this is how we will help her win the fight. The satrap has been made aware of the tragedy. This link pearl that my personal skill. I bear an invitation. And Harry permission. Oh, are we meeting with the satrap? Okay. I feel like the spire is the more pressing matter, but sure. Let's go meet with him. When it's settled, please come to the gates of East. I will show you into the city. Alright. Let's go. And meet with the satrap. Do 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 do. I knew Vandaniel would butt in, but his story is so confusing. I get what his emperor meant and how they recruited him, but there's still way too many questions. No, giraffe, leave me alone. It's one big city. So that waterfall is kinda cool. I mean, it's not actually waterfall, it's probably just recycling some of the water from the city, but let me in. All present? Then let us proceed. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently in a state of high alert. Strict restrictions are in place. Though you have been granted special permission, I ask that you remain close to me at all times.
A vast rock squats upon Thavnair, and to its stony surface clings the city of Rods at Han. Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things.
Similar to the Eye of Ra.
Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun. The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets. But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Tables.
Here we are. Megadota.
I didn't want to talk over Emmet earlier, but that circular door looked like the ones in the... And now I understand why the elephants were in the maps. Like the hidden dungeons that you get through the map system. That door looked exactly like the, I don't know, level 70 or 80 maps. I didn't do many, but yeah.
It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
Indeed.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside.
Right, to the palace.
Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid.
Ah, cool hair.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, satrap of Radzatan. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
Yes, not everything went to plan.
I assume you speak of Nidana. A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others.
Indeed.
I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I agree. The talisman.
Think not.
Oh,
This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
oh.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Is it a dragon running the city?
He hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
Is it a dragon running the city?
As you wish.
That's why he's giving the scales willingly? And then who is it?
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian. But you are known to me.
Here's Velger. Can't be fucking Nidhogg.
Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
So it wasn't Tiamat in the trailer. Our first brood, yeah.
Sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
That they...
I, mine elder brothers, of Midgard's Sorma's spawn, I was last to hand.
So she's the one that they thought humans killed. She's the one the whole 1,000-year war started for. The reason Nidhogg was hateful. She's the one the humans betrayed. How is she still alive? Thought they just stole her eyes and killed her. Ooh, that's big. That's actually big.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat Han had an alliance with the dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive with the Aura, adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect.
Okay, and then came the humans.
And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility.
Of course they did.
When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict.
What?
A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus
I'm
began the
confused.
dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radz Athan.
So Vitra's a smaller brother. It's not the sister. What was the sister's name then? So they did kill her. This is what I get for not recapping everything before the expansion. Ratatoskar was the sister's name that the humans killed and started the war. So he's just a smaller brother. Oh, okay. Because they got them like really mixed up. Alright, let's continue.
But if Ritra is still here, then your position as Satrap is just...
A charade, yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who joined me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
The right eye.
'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Razathan. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel.
Oh. To be able to move out of the balance without moving out of the balance.
Dragon upon our first meeting.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered, Estinian warmblood. From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another, yet did neither one of us bare his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler.
This is so cool.
With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
Indeed. Indeed.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me.
The warrior upright.
Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan. and Cartanau, I am told.
Yes.
'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable. Spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions. And should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
I'm guessing for the rest of my allies in Sharlayan.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales.
Right?
I worry, however, that even the 4 of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go, steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
And this is where I go off to the Golden Saucer, do some stupid side quests, and take 2 months to continue. Oh?
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Oh?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Rads at Han, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
Okay, cool. I thought he's actually gonna be problematic.
I am in thy debt.
But he's cool about it. But we're gonna have a problem here. Wait, can I go into the city now? Why am I outside again? The meeting took an unexpected turn, but we now have a clear objective ahead of us. Let us rejoin our friends in Sharlayan. Haven't I already done? Oh, so we are in the city, never mind. Nope. Yes, I attuned to this one and this one, so we have a way to get back. I can go to Sharlayan now. But before we do that, might as well do the blue quest here. If they're not in a hurry, why would I? That's so freaking cool. The ears, the carbuncle thingy, glowing ears. It's funny. Give me my ether current. Ogul is looking around in trepidation. Where are Matanga everywhere? Is this town fall? What? The hell is wrong with you? Isn't this their home? Ah, your face. It is known to me. You are the warrior who fought for the mall in the Naadam. I am Ogul of the Katain. It was your bravery and skill which inspired me to embark upon my own hero's journey. Yet now I have foolishly blundered into a den of Matanga. Why do these others walk without fear? Did I not care if they are slaughtered? What? Where have you been for the past, I don't know, 200 years or whatever? Oh, right! Because the ones there were Kinda savage. Oh, I slightly remember. Okay, that's why she's panicked. I do not doubt your word, but grandmother would always warn me. If you encounter a matanga, you turn tail and flee. And as far as you can. Things were awful and bloody, and now I'm very sad of them. Do not stay here. I must earn enough coin to buy passage from this nightmare island as soon as possible. I beg of you, stay at my side. Just until I meet with this Kankana person the sailors told me about. He said we have work that pays a fair wage. And it's gonna turn out to be a elephant. And then she's gonna see they're not that bad. And grow to like them. Sounds like that's what I assume it's gonna happen, and it sounds cheesy as fuck, but at the same time it works and it's cool. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Yeah. By the Dusk Mother. Noah told me Kankana was a matanga. Could I ask you to speak with her? Oh, okay. Hello. Welcome to Yedilman, traveler. I am Kankana. This is my job, and it is my job to assign the right work to the right workers. Might I have your name? Well, it's not for me. We actually... Oh, and assign Ogul, was it? Let me jot those down. Oh, grandmother, why? Why did it have to be a matanga? Is your companion quite alright? She's got the issues. Ah, an understandable reaction. The Gajasura tribe have done much to stain the reputation of our people. You are looking for work though, yes? Many have been forced to take what they can get since the troubles began, so I'm afraid all the simple jumps are gone. For what's left, I have tasks fit for seasoned fighters. Does that sound like something you could do? Fighting? I can fight. Lest you doubt my skills. It's like that of Dragonbane, the legendary Chekazol herself. I'm not familiar with the name, but you sound formidable indeed. Why don't we start you out in an escort duty then? A group of artisans set off to harvest materials and ask that they send protectors. What? They already set off? Is our duty not to escort them? There's to be a ritual dance performed in Rajaya's footsteps. They need incense and costumes for the dancers and such. The entire thing was decided rather suddenly, so there's no time to waste. And these artisans you speak of, do they also include Matanga in their number? It was an Akasodara who submitted a request. I hope that won't be a problem. Not at all. I look forward to painting at the feet of my most feared enemy. Asa, I cannot do this alone. Pray lend me the strength of the victor of the Nadam, and half the reward for this task will be yours. I guess so. The artisans didn't plan to venture for me. Okay. I like her outfit though. And her hand, like this pattern of the scales on the hand. You'll find me there, yes? Bum 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 bum. It's raining. Why is it always dark and raining here? Can we get some Sunny D? Oh, oh, it's Matanga. She's cowering in fear again. Still like the thingy on the shoulders, and her like coat. Ah, you must be our belated escort, yes? Glad to have such courageous. Is your companion not well? She seems a touch shaky. Of course, I should have thought. Shall harvest the necessary ingredients while the artisan stays here. That way I have no need to fear him being harmed. Perfect. God. I must say, this is less than ideal. My people are already scattered across the wilds. Someone to roam around and ensure they were safe from attack. Your friend perhaps fronted by the Casadara? I have met such travelers before. Well, no matter. If you could patrol the area as I asked, I must attend to my own harvesting. Let's run out to the wilds alone. Perhaps you continue your patrol. I guess I'll do the task. They're in danger. Huh? Wasn't dismounted yet. Oh, that's what they meant. You can use after your melee combo, you can use empowered AoEs now. That's cool. You must think me foolish. I was so absorbed by my task that I failed to notice the ground shaking. Still, my injuries are light. I think I can make it back to town. Okay. Next one. Hi. What happened here? Did you slay the beast? Of course I did. It was a near thing. I took the first one by surprise, but the second... Knowing a Matanga stood at my back, my mind froze and my body refused to obey. Grandmother thought that we should let fear wash over us like water, but to my shame, not have failed her more thoroughly. Not to sound ungrateful, Asa, but why did you follow me? 'Cause I knew you'd fuck up. We were to patrol? Forgive me, I should have waited for orders instead of running off alone and putting lives in peril. Come, we should return to our employer. I want to be sure that the wounded man reached safely. Maybe she'll turn around. I'm hoping it's like I called it and she ends up liking them. Because if she keeps it up like this, she's only going to become annoying. Okay, she's just giddy now, but she's not cowering in fear anymore. That's a bit better. That's an improvement. My colleague told me of his rescue. Although we had Ho-Ho an escort from the start. Imagine if you hadn't come at all. So consider your duty with us complete. That you can collect from Kankana. Right, I suppose we report to Kankana then. And she's off again. Oops. This way. So, are you going to apologize in person? Still brooding around the corner. Ah, there you are. Your employer expressed satisfaction with your work, so congratulations on a job well done. Hard pressed to make everything ready. Lord Thavnair rely on such traditions to renew their faith and bolster their hearts. Thrown the whole thing into disarray, and thus your rescue was timely indeed. FH, as agreed upon, are you interested in further work? Ah, shit, and we don't see how it ends. I really need to do side quests once I'm done with the MSQ. Let me take a screenshot of this. This one I might actually be interested in how it finishes. I usually barely did any of the side quests on this. They were recommended by someone, but this one seems interesting enough. Right, to Charlene. Right. So let's see what Ishtola and the others say about the dragon scales and everything. And Pikachu, of course. Oh, no. Wait. It says getting the used to blowing area back in Chile, Shaldian. Oh, so now I have to proceed with the other path too. I can just... Okay. Makes sense, I guess. Because otherwise it would screw with the timeline. I just keep doing shit in Thavnair and then nothing happens in Sharlayan. Crowley's intended on uncovering the reason behind the foreign speed. Alright, time to explore this side of things. Certain changes come over Sharlayan. Together we'll divide them. As I mentioned before, however, questioning the counselors directly is a fruitless endeavor. They seem to have already come to a consensus as what and how little they are willing to divulge. Which was why I began scouring Sharlayan's archive of historical records of any hint of a connection to the final days. Suffice it to say, the progress has been slow. Let us reconvene outside Numenon, shall we? Is that a library? See the annex to the right and you'll find the archives on the west edge of the woods. Off to the library! I don't have my monthly pass. Again, directionally challenge. She said west, I'm going east. I don't know what it is with Charlie and I'm just... can't follow basic directions apparently. I'll go to that after I get the studium, because I think that's the last one I needed. Oh no, because I was in that building. It's the one I thought looks like Amaroth. Dun, dun, dun. What you folks doing here? Any cool outfits? It's the casual maid. This one could work on a samurai. At least the top part. I don't know if it comes like fully in one piece with this, but the top part would look cool on a samurai. Oh, that was a nice dragon outfit. Little Red Riding Hood. I'll Pikachu. What do you need? And now before the doors of the Numenon, Charlian's grandest collection of books and tomes. There's actually only one entrance. Many that for the archives. Deep beneath the surface. Oh, it's where we've seen Grahatia in the trailer. The humongous complex underneath with all the books. Less halls of the Great Oval Library pale in comparison to Numenon's endless maze of subterranean chambers. Well, most of its shelves, only archons are afforded access to certain restricted vaults. Continue my search through the stacks of opening to the general public. A non-citizen, you are only permitted to browse the first floor here at the entrance. Even so, should be a number of books which touch upon Charlian history, foreign policy. Happy reading. Right, let's see what we can find out. Holy moly. It's big library. Oh, it's the Onion Knight. Reference. We bought. Oh my god, it's. No! No! Just no. We apologize for the inconvenience, but the reference desk is currently experiencing an unusually high volume of requests. Please stand by until this issue is resolved. God, why? Another brown tome. The voice of a growing city. In the years which follow the founding of Charlian, civic policy in the other matters. The Ecclesia, a public forum at which every citizen is eligible to speak. Since population grew, however, this forum became increasingly impractical. Large various measures were introduced and attempted. 201 of the 6 externally into a new form of governance. Would now be led by a body of 99 members, citizens chosen from amongst their peers. Nationwide vote. Introduction to the heavens. If your eyes against the sky, there is contained therein. Speak not of shifting cloud patterns, but of the vastness beyond, in the sun and the twinkling tapestry in the night, the stars. Some think the dome above us to be a finite space, yet amongst the leading thinkers of our age, one scar's depiction of boundless sea of stars is firmly taken root. Sea remains plainness. Our own star is believed to revolve around the sun. While our own star is believed to revolve around the sun. Then the things they're calling stars are actually planets? Is that what he's trying to say? I don't get it. It was the technologists of Elag came closest to understanding the laws which govern the starry abyss, launched Dalamut and sought to expand beyond our earthbound existence. Waxed or waned. Fair to tell you that the eternal constellations we are in, past their positions continue to shift almost. Yes, that's basic astronomy that he's talking about. Did it shock you to learn this? It's on the wrong subject, search. F you! I don't care if it's on the wrong subject. Since I'm in the library, I can learn more stuff about Shardians. Forever 20 Summers. This looks like a romantic novel, I guess. My beloved secret, have you ever learning before your health and neglected the nursing? At once he had an epiphany. For all the world's mysteries that drive us to reckless abandon, we have years of life in which to achieve our goals. Show you this mantra: I am forever 20 summers young. Myself is unimportant. You could be 19 or whatever your age. Aspire to remain. No mindful, healthy living. Biological, etherological, and arcane viewpoint. So taking care of your health so you can do your whatever your passion is longer, I guess. Makes sense. Stewards of wisdom. This is probably the right subject that I need. During the chaos of the sixth umbral calamity, Archon Nunkrep, founder of Shardian, bore witness to the madness and savagery of man-brutal. When raising a settlement on an island in the northern empty, instructing his people thus: renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason. Shardians took to heart serve the stewards of wisdom. Upon a foundation of accumulated learning, they built a homeland unlike any other, a nation born from strength of minds rather than strength of arms. With knowledge of economics came shrewd trading with knowledge of bountiful crops, engineering brought wells and sewers, ending squabbles over water. Wealth of expertise could be bartered for wealth in coin, and the more their wisdom spread throughout the world, the more mankind as a whole would thrive. Yeah, that makes sense when they were sharing their knowledge, as they were uplifting other societies. But now they seem just closed off and don't want to freaking talk to anybody else other than themselves, I guess. Which is weird, compared that they're... Not compared, like... Seeing that their base the base of their state and why they formed the nation in the first place was to uplift more people. And so it was that no matter the trials and tribulations, in the sake of a brighter star, they would eschew the tools of war and with knowledge deliver the world. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. They would try to avoid war, and I don't know, they seemed... That makes them seem like actually really good people. But now, from what Alice and Alphinaud's father was saying, they sound more like extremists than... or close-minded, instead of thirsting for knowledge. Story of Charlian. Did I read this one already? Long, long ago, on an island in the Northern Sea, there lived a Rogadin man by the name of Nunkref. King of astrology, and he divined that a flood of terrifying proportions will soon sweep over the lands of Eorzea. That he built a gigantic ship of similar crew and set sail. Flood arrived as foretold. Their horror, the strangely churning waters drove the people towards the ocean. However, the nearness his ark, but the danger had not passed. A towering wave approached, some to pieces. With only moments to spare, Inkrep wove a mighty spell of teleportation and shifted the entire ship to safety atop Abalathia's spine. Refugees from the surrounding regions fell there alongside them. Supply of food led to violence and bloodshed. Stand by the side, abandoned the ark to those Aradan peaks. They journeyed the coast where they built a new ship, intended upon returning to the northern seas. Very spot, the settlement prospered and grew, and in time became the city of Charlian. Okay, so they tried to build once and they failed because of the lack of resources. And then he traveled again and built Charlian. Gained fundamental understanding of Charlian. Okay. But before I go, I want to finish reading everything. The Roads of Old, the colony. Many years ago, on the banks of Taliak, in the Dravanian hinterlands, Charlian colony once thrived. Similarly extended as a mere outpost to Taliak, you can see 1311 of the 6th Extral era. One thing, and their demands services. As rumors spread of a growing community of academics, the area was further inundated with Eorzean students. 50 years later, the Forum passed a motion to recognize what had become a flourishing town as an official Charlian colony. Eorzean colony Charlian, which led to no small amount of confusion and discussion. The motherland, in response. If pressed for a name, would simply refer to it as Emporium. Is that the one that's fallen to ruin, where we met the Illuminati in the Dravanian hinterlands? Following the Great Exodus, however long. Idleshire. And then yeah, there's the great market, like, not market, but it's like a big city underneath the Idleshire with a lot of dome structures and other stuff that looks kind of like the same architecture. Talking about, where was it? Like here. This thingy. Or was it? Oh, these are the structures, I think. where you come down from Idleshire. There's like a bunch of abandoned and run down at this point structures that look the same as the Charlian architecture. And then it starts with the same books, right? That's the leather bound, yeah. So that's everything. Bam, bam, bam. Make sure I borrowed at least a few promising volumes. I found the creel should also be along shortly. Also, I think I'm gonna take a break after this quest concludes. Hungry. I'm a hungry. I was late in similar fashion. As far as I could see, no titles in the Archon's text mention the final day specifically, so we have no choice but to start with the tangentially relevant tomes, if they are even that. I'm sure it's curious to make them. Everyone to the estate, plenty of comfortable places to read and ready supply of hot tea. I was always quite fond of reading outside, but it's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss your home. It's been difficult. After our arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family servants and asked how things were. It seems our dear father has instructed the staff that even if Alfinod and I were to return to Charlian, we are not to be allowed access to the threshold. Across the threshold. A harsh measure indeed. I hope that our efforts to understand his position and that of the Forum will perhaps lead to a reconciliation. We'll mend this rift one day, I'm certain of it. And what of you, Graha? Have you been to visit your family, or do they not live here in the city? Ah well, my situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Charlian, yes, but I was born rather further away. In the southern reaches of Ilsabard, in fact. For generations, my people have dwelt in Corvos, coastal region opposite the island of Thavnair. The city in that file. Mikote. Ooh, the Mikote were used as slaves? That sucks. Of course, the massive earthquake is the fourth I'm looking. Just to remain that they may prevent their imminent misuse. Isn't Corvus under Garlean rule? For the past 50 years, yes. Some semblance of local culture remains. This is the case for most imperial provinces, but Garlemald renamed the region Locus Amoneus. As a boy, a nearby town came under regency. Nobles of House Darnus. Interesting. A plan of action. The Alleganai no longer passed to our eldest children as reliably as it once had. Fear of discovery eventually tipped the scales. The Boreal tiles The last child born with the elegant eye was given over to the custody of friends in the students of Alassian. So they sent him away, they gave him away as a child to protect him because he still had the elegant eye. I never even considered, forgive me. It was an unkind question. Poor Graha. If I wasn't feeling sorry for him enough. Even Thancred was taken in by our colony, so was he not? Stories of adopted waifs and rescued orphans is more common among Charlians than you might think. Yet regardless of our origins, we are all provided with an opportunity to learn. Outsiders can even earn the vaunted title of Archon. This is exactly why I have such love for this country, and why I wish it to remain a nation of which its citizens can be proud. Yeah, because that's what we were reading in the library too. At least their old ways seemed really inspiring for Charlie, and it's just now that they seem really closed-minded and rather annoying and cocky. Here, another good reason to get to the bottom of foreign stubbornness. Aside from the trifling matter of our impending doom. Excuse us while we try to make some headway into these books, Asa. More company should be arriving any moment now. Aight, where's the rest of you? Where's the Stola? Yes, Stola. Yes, she also has. We return with our selections. Must say the pickings were quite slim indeed. Mrs. Kryle has already flicked through every history book devoted to disasters. As such, we will be looking into research papers on the umbral calamities, as well as articles written by prominent forum members. Perhaps their knowledge of the final days comes from an unexpected source. Speaking of which, may I ask you a few questions related to the final days? I'm the only one here who didn't witness the events of Amaroth firsthand, and I fear I may be overlooking critical details. All in all, the world was burning. It was raining meteors. Now where to begin? First things first. What kind of phenomena did the ancients encounter as the final days drew nigh? Destabilization of creation magic, that's true. Primates of unrivaled power summoned from the ether. Maybe we did fight that one, but I didn't see that many. Let's say this, because this could also explain the primals, I guess, I think. Yes, the unfolding catastrophe went half in all manners of life. Chaos extended to the ancients themselves, causing their powers of creation to spiral out of control. Fear and despair manifested in terrible, tangible fashion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the creation magic was kind of making the meteors raining from the sky, fire erupting from ground, indescribable abominations prowling the streets. That more or less aligns with my understanding. If only the arts of creation had survived until the present day, we might have had something substantial to analyze. To the best of our knowledge, however, those techniques were not preserved or passed on. Yeshtola surmises that the closest known magic is that of summoning rituals. Was there aught else of note which heralded the approach of the final days? Terrastar engulfed by disaster all at once. Keening sound from the land itself that I remember, yes. I think it's this one, from what I recall. Amarotine spoke of it, didn't they? We never did hear this sound ourselves, of course. Just as we were into the midst of the madness. But it seems that each and every one of the catastrophes was preceded by this ominous noise. Eventually it resounded all across the star, and not even Amarot was spared. So the ground was crying out, you say, to be considered the harbinger of doom. It must have been quite distinctive, and probably quite loud. I have to speak with one of Numenon's Mamets and ask if there are any books which make mention of such a sound. Last but not least, would you describe how the ancients sought to quell this unprecedented or definitive action? I mean, they sacrificed half their population to summon Zodiac. Yes, with Elidibus serving as his heart, so many gave themselves in sacrifice to bring him into being. We do not know exactly how Zodiac brought salvation to the star, only that by his godlike will were the laws of nature set aright. Then, once the balance was redressed, the ancients offer up a further sacrifice to heal the ravages of the final days. Or might have had Vanette and her fellows not manifested their opposition in the form of Eidolon. Yes, that's a nice recap. Wonder what the Telaphoroi truly meant when they speak of bringing back the final days. You seen what they're doing with those towers up there? Forcing people to summon primals, a kind of catalyst? Are they attempting to mirror the conditions caused by the unstable creation magics? Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech? A convenient metaphor for the scales of destruction they plan to unleash? But this is all just pointless conjecture at this stage. Yes, that's what Reddit does, they just theorycraft. Let us return our attention to the forum, shall we? We should keep an eye out for Y'shtola, but this time we began studying these research papers. But this time we began studying the research papers, okay. That makes sense. Fine, I'll see what the Y'shtola has to say too before I go. I'm gonna hear everybody's findings. Y'shtola! I'm the last, am I? Well, my extended search of the Archon stack produced one or two possibly useful books. But I won't get your hopes up. If you recall, Orianji learned the source's reflections from the Jirun oracles. For its potential to cause panic and confusion, that tome was deemed Apocrypha and sealed away in the Great Gobble Library. It's even less likely that knowledge of the Unsundered World, not to mention the horrors of final days, would be left sitting on a shelf for any curious scholar to find. Stands to reason, then, that my colleagues, be they archons or counselors, should perforce be largely ignorant of the subject. Makes sense, yeah? Yet, when he confronted Master Fortunal with the knowledge of the Telophoroi, he scoffed at the suggestion that they posed a threat. He seemed adamant that the forum would know if the final days were truly upon us. So with such confidence and no confusion, it means he knows something about the final days otherwise. Yeah, why would he say that? Exactly. Rest assured that Ishtola will put us to work. You labor for what feels like an age, as Y'shtola research assistant. And the conclusion? Oh dear, you look exhausted. But what about your studies? Were you able to find any books on the subjects I mentioned? Right. Raimundo was just sitting where the doors. Indeed. Indeed. Time to take a rest and, you know, eat. I'll be back later. But yeah, interesting development so far. Absolutely zero results from Charlian. But in Thavnair, that was pretty interesting. Right, break time. Let's see.